Dog rider, use your toy collecting reviews. Good or bad or getting legends. Restoration is on memories.
Hello everyone, it's Salt Rider here and welcome to another week in toys. Today is Monday what day is it? The 13th of July, and we have the first toy of the week arrived. We have had a big box arrive that appears to be full of Marvel Legends exclusive Twilights. I don't think it is, to be honest with you, unless it was... I thought it actually said Twiglets on it first, to be honest. I wonder why I did that. A big massive box of Twiglets, but then again, you either love them or you hate them, don't you? Right, we have ourselves a Scorponok. This thing is massive and massive and oh, it's so exciting. Interesting. This would have been my big TFM purchase. This is definitely the most expensive toy of 2020. But absolutely, this would have been my big TFM purchase this year. So there we go. We have a Titan in 2020. We finally have a Scorponok. I really like that. The fact he's holding up to his prime like that. That's dead cool. Oh, here he is, the big guy. Oh. Now this thing is absolutely awesome. It's got a couple of things that I'm being really critical here, but it's got a couple of things that aren't too great, but you can live with. But I think you'll admit, look at the size of this thing. It is absolutely beautiful. My main nitpick is these arms aren't that strong. If you go slowly, you can get it to notch in and hold in place, and it does hold in place like that. But if you hold it up like that and try to do a quick movement, they fall down. But as I say, it's okay if you go slowly. It's really odd. Slowly, it tends to hold in place. Really odd. The other thing is on mine, and I'll untab this at the back. It comes in a few pieces. You have to assemble this. But I've got some plastic shearing off here and here, and I think it's because I honestly pulled it the wrong way and it popped off. But I don't think it's actually going to cause any breakage to any joint or anything like that. It's just a little bit of stress on a more of a superficial part than actually an engineered part, if that makes sense. But you know what, that was probably just me pulling it in the wrong direction, and my son was having a look at it as well, which probably didn't help because he was excited. But it's nothing that's visible in any modes or anything like that. It's an awesome bloody figure. It is really, really awesome. Another little warning actually, and I saw someone post this online, and the only reason why I thought about it is because it happened to me. When you're putting the head on, for some reason, one of the arms tends to pop off the Titan Master. So just be careful, because there was a guy online who actually lost one of the arms from Zarak. So be careful with that. I haven't actually got the Titan Master inside. You don't need it to plug the head on. But this thing is absolutely awesome. It's a really weird feeling, because this is the TFN purchase. Normally when I go to TFN, I will pick up the Titan. Last year was the exception, because obviously Omega was a bit late to the party last year. So it's a real odd feeling to have him delivered to my door and not pick him up from a convention or even from a store. It's really cool, really, really cool figure. I've only put him in Scorpion mode once, and he's big and clunky, and yes, bits fall off, and I'll get into that in my review, but essentially he's not as solid as Omega Supreme. So there you go. He is a beautiful figure. I'll do a full review of him in the week coming up. I'll have a bit of floor time probably with him, thanks to Lux, and show you off all his modes and everything like that. But here you are. Here is the awesome Scorpion. So today is the 14th of July, Tuesday the 14th of July, And I've had another parcel arrive today, and I've got 3 items in that parcel. And let's get straight into it. Generation Select War for Cybertron Trilogy. Now, I've only owned one of these before, and it was Nightbird, and I sold it not so long after having it, actually. Awful figure. I always talk about that mould, but it's probably the best version of that mould, but it's an awful mould. Anyway, this one is Grease Pit. I actually love these Micromaster base homages. I hope we do get a Hot House. I think Hot House is the only one that we're missing there, I think. But yeah, this guy, the colours on him are absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. It looks a load of fun. I really like how it works. And it's going to be fun with this mould to actually mess about with it. And maybe even merge them two together. The one thing I'm not sure of is the gas canister hand. I think that's a little bit bloody on, but we can always mess about with that and put another part there or whatever. So yeah, I've got Grease Pit. Really cool. Happy to have that. And then we have another select. This time it is Exhaust. That head sculpt is bloody lovely. Absolutely bloody lovely. Now, I know Retro Prime the other day messaged me, messaged our group actually, and said that this guy was a bit underwhelming. He hasn't got a lot of stickers on. And I can go on to see what he means, but I actually really like the look of him, and I think it's really exciting to have just random figures that we haven't had. Have we ever had this one before, apart from in the Masterpiece line? I don't know if we have, but this is a lot of fun, right? And this is the whole point of this select line for me. It's repaints of figures that we would never normally get. And I'm over the moon to have them. I think it looks really nice. A lot of fun. So yeah, I've got Exhaust as well. So that's 3 Earthrise figures in a couple of days. Isn't it nice to get some Transformers? I know I like all this other stuff, but Transformers are where my heart is truly at. So these two, I think they cost $22.99 each, or something along those lines from In Demand Toys. And those of you who know In Demand Toys know that if you order over £50, you get free postage. Postage was about £3 anyway, so it comes to about 49 quid or something like that. And I just had a look on there, see if there was anything for a £5, and I found this figure, and I thought, you know what, I haven't had one of these for absolutely bloody years. And I just ordered it. I think I've actually got this one sealed in the loft, but picked up Power of the Force to Lando Calrissian. And this is interesting to me because I always thought the holograms were just on the American packaging, but this is obviously multilingual packaging. But in fairness, on the back of it, it talks about Star Wars Official Fan Club, Colorado, but there is a sticker on here about UK distribution, so it's a bit of a mystery. Lovely. I love these metallic, this artwork. I actually used to love these cards. Wouldn't it be cool? Wouldn't it be cool at some point to get some Black Series 6-inch figures on this style of card? Wouldn't that be cool? Even just 1 or 2 as an exclusive, I think it'd be wicked. I think we did have the episode 1 figures. I think we had Darth Maul and Obi-Wan. Now, you can't really see this. Well, you kind of can. This bubble is severely yellowed. Really yellowed. And it's actually started to rot. You can see here, I can actually touch Lando. And this is amazing that this thing has been sealed, released in 1996. So that's what, 24 years old? This has been sealed. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Let's open them up. Oh, I don't remember 1996 smelling like that. Here is little Lando, out of his plastic prison of 24 years. His head's a bit small, isn't it? I forgot how buff this line was. So he comes with his staff, and I can't review his teeth because his mouth's shut. And he comes with his helmet. So there we go. He's a bit of alright, isn't he? I'm not really into me 3.75 inch 3 3/4 Star Wars figures anymore with your 5 POI, but I'll make an exception for a good Lando. And funnily enough, I always wanted to open this figure. I don't know why. I was a bit of a fan of Lando, and I always wanted to open it, and I never did. But now I have opened him, and this lovely card back that's been in place for 24 years can go into my recycling bin. It's a bit better than paying postage, isn't it? So today is Wednesday the 15th of July, and no toys have been delivered today, so I haven't got anything exciting to show you in person, but there's plenty of exciting stuff to talk about. So I thought I would take this opportunity to do that now. So first of all, there's been some pictures flying around of the Top Gun Transformers crossover thing. It looks alright. It's not for me. I love that it comes with a volleyball. I think that's really, really cool. But an easy pass for 50 quid for me. A real easy pass. I'm not quite sure what the mould is, whether it's a new mould or a rejig mould. I'm not 100% sure. But if you're into the Top Gun, you're into your Transformers, this is for you. If you just like your jet formers, then fair enough. It's not for me. But yesterday we had the new Marvel Legends 20th Anniversary X-Men figures formally announced and put up for pre-order. So there is a 2-pack of Michael Fassbender, Ian McKellen, Patrick Stewart and James McAvoy. It's a pretty cool set. You get one body of Magneto and Professor X. You get Professor X's wheelchair. And you get, I think it's 6 different head sculpts, which is pretty crazy. Some of them just look a little bit off to me, but not enough off to turn me off these figures. I don't know whether I'm in for this particular set yet, but I think they do look pretty cool. There is also a Mystique figure, which looks bloody stunning. Not many accessories with it though. A couple of hands and a spare arm in mid transformation into a human self. Nevertheless, cool looking figure. I think the one that I'm absolutely 100% in on is the Wolverine. Even though I'm not sure about that screaming face sculpt, I think the normal head looks absolutely stunning, and I think it would be a great addition to the collection. I've wanted a Wolverine for a while, and there is only one Wolverine in my eyes, and that is Hugh Jackman. So I'm really excited to pick up that. I'm not sure whether I'm going to get that one or the Walmart exclusive one of them just the best, but nevertheless, this looks really cool. So there's loads of rumours floating around about Kingdom, and Kingdom apparently is the third and final instalment of the War for Cybertron trilogy, Transformers War for Cybertron Kingdom, which so I've heard, and this is off various videos I've watched about rumours and all of that, so I'm going to play it back to you, is that it's basically a hodgepodge, a mismatch of loads of Beast Wars stuff and Generation 1 stuff thrown together with a bit of time travel, and that's it. I think one of the rumours is that they're trying to get the trademarks for the Beast Wars characters before the Beast Wars movie, which would make sense if there's one in the pipeline, which apparently there is. Apparently going to be Season 1 Beast Wars characters with apparently a leader Megatron, a Voyager Optimus Primal. And I'm really happy for this, for Beast Wars fans. As I say, it's not for me. I'm not saying I'm not going to buy any of them. I'm a bit partial to a bit of Waspinator, and I do quite like the T-Rex Megatron look. But I'm not going to be in for this full line. But from the rumours, it feels like it's almost going to be a bit like Power of the Primes, where it was loads of mopping up and loads of random stuff thrown in there. Like, I mean, the clones were thrown in there, weren't they, for Power of the Primes? Wingspan and Pounce, or just one of the clones. Cloud Raker and Fastlane, there was one of those as well. But there was a load of random stuff thrown in there that wasn't really coherent. And I think this is what's going to happen with Kingdom. I think we absolutely are going to get a load of Beast Wars characters. I think that's apparent. Apparently, we're going to get an Inferno, a Generation 1 Inferno repaint of Grapple, which we absolutely need to happen. And I'm mopping up of a few other characters as well. Maybe we still will get Sure Shock. And is it Crosshairs? Not Crosshairs. The other one. Forgot his name. The other Target Master. Maybe we'll get him, right? But it feels like it's going to be a bit of a mismatch. And there's a big question about what's going to be the Titan or Commander class. And there's been talk about depth charge, if it's in a Commander class, if it's Beast Wars and all that kind of stuff. And I've got two theories, right? And this is not based on any substantiated fact, just theories. I think if it is going to be thrown in and have no coherent sense, like Inferno lining up next to Cheetor in a wave, then potentially I think we could get Metroplex as a Titan. Simply because he's the only one that really needs an update. That first one wasn't... The Titans weren't fully released then, like they were going to release one per year, and I think there is still a gap. And I'm hoping that's the case because Metroplex is the only one that I haven't got, right? So that's probably just me dreaming about getting a Metroplex. So I think that could be the case. I think, and this is probably a long shot, but I think, could it be Unicron? I noticed in the Scorponok box, the planet map did have Unicron on there. Now hear me out, because I know the Hasbro Labs one coming early next year, but something's always bugged me about that, and I'm not dissing on anyone who's bought it because it looks absolutely amazing, but the colours aren't right on it. They are yellow and a bluey colour and not the orange colour that we're used to seeing in the movie. So part of me's thinking maybe there isn't a Titan in that line. Maybe it is in the Studio Series 86 and we have a slightly downsized movie accurate version of Unicron. I might be completely wide of the mark, and that would really piss me off if I've pre-ordered the big guy. It would absolutely piss me off. But I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there as something that could happen. But what do you think about Kingdom? For me, I think it will do my wallet some good, but I also think it's very, very clever if they do have a lot. If this line is mainly Beast Wars focused, because the Studio Series 86 line is going to absolutely scratch the itch of every G1er, because that's really what we've wanted for years. So if they're going to try something new, I think this makes sense from a business point of view, especially if they want to try and push this Beast Wars movie in a couple of years' time. So there you go, there's a few midweek rumours for you. So it's Thursday the 16th, and there's been a few more leaks. So Kingdom is almost confirmed now. There has been a really poor quality pixelated image of the poster, so it does look like it's called Kingdom. It virtually confirms Beast Wars characters, but it looks like a mixture, as I said just in yesterday's little update, that it's going to be a mixture of G1 characters. We can see a Prime on there, we can see a Bumblebee, so we're finally getting our Bumblebee, which is great. And at the top left-hand corner, what looks like Megatron is actually divided up, and you can see that half that face looks kind of like Galvatron. I'm not going to touch on the Beast Wars characters because that's Beast Wars and that isn't really me, but I'm really happy that everyone who is into Beast Wars, who've been saying for years that they wanted Beast Wars, are now going to get their opportunity. And you know what? Go out there, spend the money. I think Borders do put it on Twitter the other day. That it's your opportunity now. Go out and buy these and support them, and you might get more. Now, let's talk about something I am really interested in. And I am interested in that Bumblebee and a Galvatron, but not really the beastie stuff. Not really Animal Hospital kind of guy. We have had a Hasbro Pulse exclusive leak of a Quintesson, 5-pack, which includes a Quintesson Judge, which we've seen, which we know about, which is really, really cool. It also includes, I think it's a Bailiff, the Armoured guy, which we haven't seen before. Looks like a bit of a retool from the Alicon. We are getting one of the Prosecutors, which looks like a solid plastic figure, maybe with a bit of articulation, nothing that actually transforms. We're getting Kranix, finally getting the Kranix after 35 years, which is amazing. And we're getting a repaint of the Sharkticon in animation colours. Another theory, this adds fuel to the fire, what I was talking about the leader Dinobots the other day. We've heard that Grimlock is going to come with a wheelie. We've heard that Slag's going to come with a Daniel. Now, if they do a swoop and a sludge, which I'm kind of expecting them only to do the 4 Dinobots and not the 5. I know Dave's going to shoot me for that, but I truly think it's a bit much for us to expect 5 leader Dinobots in one line. Maybe the other 2 figures are the Prosecutor and Kranix. So maybe the only real exclusive figure in here is the Bailiff. I don't know. But it's a cool set. It's a really wicked set, and what a great time to be a fan of the 86 movie, eh? Oh. So it's Saturday the 18th of July, and you might notice I've got a bit of a red nose because my hay fever is driving me bloody nuts today and I can't stop sneezing. Those of you might have noticed yesterday that I did a little live reaction stream to the announcement, to the Hasbro Pulse Transformers announcement. So I'm not going to go through everything that they spoke about, but I'm going to talk to you about what I'm definitely going to pick up. And the things I'm definitely going to pick up are the Bumblebee. I think that looks absolutely stunning. It's great to have him in his Volkswagen Beetle mode as well. And yeah, I know it's a cliff jumper retool, but I don't really care. I think it works really, really well for that figure. Told you I've got a bit of a red nose. And this is why I can't stop it bloody running. The other figure I'm really interested in is the Soundwave 3-pack. I'm not a fan of that Ravage figure, right? I think it's pretty poor. But you know what? The Soundwave itself looks exactly how a G1 Soundwave should look like, except for red eyes. And the Laserbeak has a G1 head, which is absolutely amazing. So those ones are Netflix exclusives, which probably arrive in Smiths in the UK. So yes, we've got those to look forward to in retail. So I'll probably wait and pick those up when they're actually on the shelves, which will be nice. Now on to the other figures I'm picking up, and I've already pre-ordered them. I have decided to react fast, especially with the exclusives, with all the debacle that went on with Siege Skywarp. So I have pre-ordered the Elite Seeker 2-pack, the Ramjet and Dirge, isn't it? Yeah, Ramjet and Dirge from Amazon US. It's going to end up costing about 68 quid with fees and postage and everything like that, which works out about 34 quid a Voyager, so it's about £10 each more than what they should be. But it doesn't look like these are going to be in any of our normal retailers, even from Smiths to Kapow to Indemand, Comics and Cocktails. None of them actually seem to be in stock there. So I'm happy I've pre-ordered that. That actually should be with me by this time next month. Interesting there. Then there's the Autobot, is it Ground Force or something like that? Basically the Prowl and the Ironhide. Pre-ordered that. That's worked out to about 40 quid, 44 quid, including postage and international shipping fees. So that should arrive around November time, which I'm really looking forward to, those 2 sets. And I'm a bit relieved that I've got them on pre-order. I'm starting to use the power of the pre-order now, something I didn't used to do before. In fact, the only other figure I'm really interested in picking up is Hubcap, and I've pre-ordered that from, I think I pre-ordered it from Comics and Cocktails yesterday. Yep, Comics and Cocktails definitely did. So I'm going to be getting that Hubcap figure. And I quite like the oddities, to be honest with you. I think he is an oddity. I'm not sure if we've had a Hubcap since G1, but there you go. So I popped out to Aldridge today as well, and I have picked up a couple of toys. Picked up some of these. I found these in the charity shop. Probably going to sell them on. They're little Disney. They're called Wikis. Really random little things. They're all in a bag for 50p. Jack Sparrow there. Probably getting bitten up by his wife, but there you go. We've got is that Barbosa? We've got an old school Mickey. And is that the yellow jacket from... is it the yellow jacket from Ant-Man, or it's like a Tron thing. I don't know. But all of them were 50p, and to be honest with you, I took the gamble because I'm having a go at reselling them. I might get a couple of quid for them, not a lot, but there you go. Also for 50p, I picked up this. My son wanted it. It's one of the old school Happy Meal Transformer dinosaur things. Pretty cool to say. Also, I picked up this for 50p because again my son wanted it, and he's abandoned it since he got home. So I don't know if I'm going to have it or not. It has got the dreaded highlighter marks on the white of the hands. Why does that always happen on toys? I think these are the ones that actually are in B&M at the moment for about a £5 each or something like that. But it's a cool little Luigi for 50p. And finally, probably one of the coolest pickups I've found in a charity shop in a long, long while. And this was 50p. Now, when I first saw this, I thought this was a McDonald's toy from one of the recent Avengers things. Turns out it's not. It's from Bluebird Toys, and it's 1997. So it's at the same... about the same time as we used to get those like Playmate Star Trek ships and all of that. I don't know if Playmates meant Mad Max or Mighty Max, whatever it was. But anyway, it's the same principle. You open this up, and inside you've got a little play set. Now, unfortunately, Hulk is missing. But in the box, when I was looking through, I found the Abomination to the set. So it's a shame we haven't got Hulk, but I think he's the only thing that's actually missing. And there's a cool piece here where you turn this round, and I think that's Bruce Banner. Fold this up, I think you press this, and basically it spins round, the Hulk's meant to smash out. It's quite cool, isn't it? And I've actually looked at the eBay sold listings of this, and I can't find any. I can find some Playmates Hulk and Marvel sets, but I can't find this specific one to have sold anytime soon. So it's quite interesting. I don't know if I'm going to sell it on or not, to be honest, because it's quite a cool little thing. It's actually really grown on me throughout the day. So, yeah, it's pretty cool, isn't it? Really like it. So, a couple of quid in charity shops, not too bad. I also picked up another 6 packs of these Marvel stickers. I've opened 6 of the packs, and I decided I'm going to open one of them with you now. Thought it'd be something for us to do together. So, I think you have 4 or 5 stickers and a card in these. So, let's have a look at the card first. Oh, nice, I haven't got this one. Nice little Spider-Man. And then we've got this sticker. We've got this sticker. We've got a shiny Captain America. And a cool Wolverine. So, it is 4 stickers. 4 stickers and a card for 85p. That's bloody crazy, isn't it? Why am I buying them? It's because I really like the cards, and that's why I'm buying them. So there you go. Sorry about all the snot wiping, I really can't help it. So there you go. So things to look forward to next week. I've ordered a few Transformers blind boxes from a website called Pound Toy, I think it's called. Basically, I get this money off website through work, and I just typed in toys on there to see what companies I could get money off. I'm thinking I might get something off Smiths or anything. I can get the Entertainer, but this Pound Toy, never heard about it before. Clicked on the link, and they had some of the Loyal Subjects Transformer boxes for £3 each. And there were the Wave 2 ones. Now, I know I've got some Wave 3 ones and I wasn't too impressed with them, but from what I heard, that Wave 1 and 2 were more solid, and they actually had some of the figures that I did want in there, like the Swoop and the Wheeljack, and some of the Constructicons. So I've ordered myself 4 of them, and I actually got 10% off my order as well with a voucher code, so something daft like 14 quid. I've got 4 of them posted, so they should be with me this week. Also, I've had shipping notification from my Thundercracker and Skywarp Seeker 2-pack from Kapow. That's probably going to be with me on Monday. And that's probably all that's going to be arriving next week. So I'll continue this theme of video. We've obviously got... next week is when San Diego Comic Con would be, so maybe there's some more announcements there. So I'll keep you up to date on that. I hope you've enjoyed this format of video for this week. I might go to the car boot tomorrow. If I do, then I'll probably do a separate car booty video as well. And I might keep these coming on, as I say, on a Saturday and or a Sunday. If I go to a car boot, then I'll put these out on the Saturday and the car boot one on the Sunday. I've also done a premiere, if you haven't noticed. I think I've put it for 8:30 on Monday, UK time. Of my Fortress Maximus video, which was a lot of fun. Fortress Maximus and get me words out, Rich. Scorponok video. So check out that. Anyway, I've been Zort Rider. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I hope you've enjoyed this week's Week in Toys. Take care.